Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, where we dive deep into the world of M365 and technological tools. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to stay updated with all my latest videos. Today, we're tackling a common yet crucial topic, submitting forms across different screens in PowerApps. Whether you're a beginner or an advanced user, mastering form submission is key to creating seamless user experiences in your apps. So grab your virtual toolbox because we're about to make your app building journey a whole lot easier. Let's get started. As you can see here on the screen, I am now in PowerApps. So it's pretty blank at the moment right now. But before you get started, do ensure that you're connected to your connector. You know where if you're getting it from SQL. In this case, I'm getting it from the SharePoint list, from this list itself specifically. So we go back to the tree view. All right. First off, what I'll do is probably name it just for my reference. Probably, name this as the front page. Okay. Next, what I'll do is that I'll add in the form below the header and cover the whole screen below the header. For the data source, I will include the data source. Okay, which is this, which is my SharePoint list. Okay, the reason why I did, enter the SharePoint list, the data connection here, is because if I choose it from here, it will pull all the lists into here, which translates that I have to remove each of the field one by one. But if I do it here, then I can select the field which I required or which I needed by selecting it over here. So let me select, probably I'll choose 5 fields. And for this demonstration purpose, it's not fully accurate on, what fields I should put in. The purpose of this video is to show you how it should work. Okay, so I will put in the title, start, and there's 3 right there. And then 4, 5. Okay. So you should add 5 fields into there. Okay, as you can see here, it's done. I'll change default mode to new. Okay, I will change this icon to refresh. I'll put this reset. So when I fill this form, and then it's fully filled, and instead of removing one field at a time, I probably just click on this and clear all the entered data inside the fields. So to do so, I'll put reset form. Okay. And as this is form 1, so I'll just put form 1. Okay. The best standard of practice is to always rename the forms instead of putting it like this. But because, in this demonstration purpose, there will be only 2 screens, so I'm just going to leave it as it is. Okay, screen 2, which is second form. I will remove these because I want it to be quick. So I'll just copy and paste it over here. Alternatively, you can duplicate as well. So I think instead of, just copy and paste, I think I'll duplicate it because there's the reset button function, which should dynamically change when I include a new screen. So I'll change this screen to Okay, and then this form, I'll name it the form 2. So the reset should type to form 2. Yep, it's correct. And then I'll change the field here. And add field. We add the destination, estimate the airfare, hotel cost. So that's 3, 4, and 5. So these are the 5 fields I'll enter for now. Okay, instead of refreshing this, I'll change this to go back to the front page. So I'll change this formula on select of this icon. I'll choose back. Okay, maybe add some animation. The screen transition. Choose this. Okay. There you go. Let's go back to screen 1. There's an error here. What is it? Oh, submit form. Okay. The reason why you would use a submit form is if you have only a full list of fields in the form in one single screen. In this case, if I just want to submit this particular form over here, then I'll use submit form. But because we are submitting different forms from different screens, we will not be using submit form for today. So I'll remove this for now. Then go back to this error, doing the same thing as well. Okay. Now, because we can't use submit form, we'll have to create a variable to collect all this, to collect the form 1 information and then form 2 information, and then patch it to the SharePoint list. To do so, oh, almost forgot. I think I need to rename this as well. I'll name this as details page. So let's collect a variable. So we enter the formula set. Okay. Set a variable. I'll name it as combine form. Okay, the value, the default from the SharePoint list. Right? Should pop up. Show request. Okay, it's not popping up. Something wrong. Ah, my bad. Should be with an S. So defaults. Now we can close this whole formula. So this is how it will look like when captures the variable. Next, we need to navigate to the next screen. So we need to add another step, which is navigate. Okay, screen 2. The animation of cover right. Okay. Now, if I click this, it should go to the details page. Go back. Should go back to the front page. Okay. As for the submission, so if we have 2 screens, then we want to submit these 2 forms. we'll have to patch it together. So I'll use a patch function here. Okay, I'll patch it to the SharePoint list with the variable that I created earlier in the page. Combine form, and then I'll need the updates from form 1, then form 2, just the form over here. Okay, so this should work right now, but because we want to know whether it has successfully been submitted into the SharePoint list, we'll need to create a notification for us. So we'll add a step, use the formula notify, then I'll add a simple text. Probably I'll just add submission is successful, and then a notification type as a success. All right, format text right here. Okay, let's test this out. So I'll quickly enter the information here. Travel start, travel until 11th of May. What airline I'm using, Southwest. I assign it to, for now, just assign to me, or I could assign to someone else. Yeah, then cost next page. Probably this is not the best icon to move to the next page, but you get the idea. You can always change the icon. The formula remains the same. Destination, Manila, estimate F at 340, for example. Hotel cost, let's put, 100, for example. Hotel, just for testing. Reason for travel, site reason. Okay, so when I click this, true promise submission is successful. Now if we go back here, it's not recorded yet, so let's refresh it. And there you go. It's recorded here now, the information. Of course, there are furthermore things you can improve it, like, for example, putting it as a mandatory field here, or any of the fields that you choose to make it as mandatory. Also, you can set up the rule if it's empty, if they try to submit and it's required, then it will pop up a message to highlight where, in which field that you have missed out. So you know where to navigate to and fill it up when it's a required field before you submit. So quickly, I will show you how you could make it a required field. Is that you would go to advanced. If you see this required section here, if you want to make it a required field, you can put it as true. If you want to make it an optional field, you can put it as false, which is currently an optional field at the moment. There's two ways to make it, the data as a mandatory data. One is that you can make it a required field in PowerApps. The other way is that you can make it a required field in SharePoint list. Okay, so we have successfully submit two forms from different screens. In the next video, we'll talk about how, if there's an error, we'll put in more thoughts into this form itself. For example, how the error should pop up, what the error should be dynamic depending on what is the amount of value that is submitted. Whether, then we'll also show a video on how the approver for this business trip should receive and approve from the end. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope you have learned something from this Power App video. And if you like the video, do remember to subscribe and also click on the like button. Until then, see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.